Welcome to Kickstarter Radio. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and today, Among Cultists. This is one to get excited from. Yes, indeed. Gadot Games, they are specialists in social deduction games. This is the fourth one in the collection, and the last one on Kickstarter, The Human Punishment, the beginning, was a delight to play, which I have a copy of, and it is wonderful. And I'm so excited to see what they're doing now with this fourth game in their lineup. And I'll tell you now, there's much to love about this. So let's go down the page and have a look, shall we? Yes, already blasted through its goal, a good 25-day campaign, coming out on a Monday, which is interesting of Kickstarter, isn't it? They usually throw them all out on a Tuesday, but here we are. Artwork looking great. So basically you are investigators going into a location, and you are trying to get that in, you're trying to bring the cultists down, but one of you is going to be a cultist yourself, so you are going to be wanting to foil the plan. Yes, indeed. You don't actually know if you've been dead though, which is interesting in this role. That's why it says no player elimination, and if you do get revealed that you are a ghost, you can still kind of check things out and help the team. Now then, if it goes to 8 players or high player counts, there's going to be 2 cultists among the party, which makes it even more interesting. And yeah, so one amazing thing about it is the setup on the table. The board is massive, which is great, because if you've got 8 players around the table, you definitely need a big presence on it. These big discs, you flip these to a ghost, which is kind of cool as well. And it has been inspired by many of the retail social deduction games. Of course, the Gadot games in the past, and of course the video game of Among Us. So it's got like this been such an interesting path of social deductions, and it's come now to what I call a really good board game event here, where you're running around. So essentially, when you enter a room, you're going to put a card down in that room. That will be for investigation, but you are time gated. You can't actually reveal what those cards are until there's 3 cards at said location. If you do go into a room with another person though, you give each other a card, so you might have been murdered in the first instant. However, if 3 of you are in a room, you can't murder somebody with a witness in the room, so it's safer in numbers. But you do have a card for movement that kind of somewhat programs where you're going to be moving to. So you can't exactly free roam about, because you're following the program where you're limited in where you go. And sometimes if you are the cultist and you're moving to a suspicious location, you can just say, this is what my movement card is saying. And so you can cover your tracks doing that. Now, between the rounds, you are going to be pulling from a bag. This will be events that are coming out. This could turn off the lights, which means hope you're not in a room with the cultist. Also, on your actions, you're going to be going in corridors. They are going to need to be made safe. And in the center of the room, there's like a TV room where you can check rooms out and check people's pulses and stuff like that to see what's going on. So if as you go around this map, you're going to be meeting people, passing cards to each other, and when they pass a card, it goes into your life deck. You can't actually look at your life deck. Someone must check the pulse of that character to see if they're dead. And but if they've met everybody, it's going to be very difficult to remember who did that. Anyway, so it's coming in at $53. Interesting. The first map is a university, and there is an expansion. The all-in now jumping to $99. I like the what these expansions are doing. They're giving you more tiles to use. This is one's going to have elevators, so potentially a room. The map will change as you're walking around, maybe. Comes with a profession module though, and this is going to put a bit of asynchronous to the characters when you're playing, which is going to be wonderful, especially as characters will have potential roles in the certain rooms, and I don't mean specific to the map. It might just be they are very good in a pink room or something like this, so they can be used in all these rooms. Anyhow, yeah, down into the abyss. Forget vacation feelings. It looks like there's like a tsunami coming in here. That looks good. And this, your party in the game as a free add-on, is fantastic because you could get your pictures from your friend's Facebook page or social media, whatever it is, and put them on these cards and really surprise them when they get the game and they pull out the character card and it's them. Oh, it would be delicious. And I think that's what that really would put the cherry on the cake if you're playing it. So yeah, you've got a movement card that is going to be helping you go to different colours in the rooms. Careful if you catch a certain person. Random events will happen. Actions for checking the cards in the room. If you check a card and it's a positive action, you will take a token from there, or a book. These books are going to help you win the game. I think 10. You need to get 10 in total to win the game. But the cultist, of course, is going to be putting their cards down, and you could pull something negative out. And if you are super suspicious of one character, you can vote and kill that person. And you might kill someone who's innocent. Oh my goodness, yeah. So there's like strange things can be going on here. Now 10 rounds do make it nice. Definitely guarantee the time doesn't go too long, and all that good stuff. Now the bag, when it's pulled, you can secret passages can be opened as well. Sometimes the what's it called, radios go down, so you can't talk to each other, and so radio silence for a round and stuff like that. Now the board itself comes in these big square tiles, so you can modulate it around, and also helps with setup as well. Now for the main box and the expansions, they are going to be double-sided as well, which is nice. You get a lot of cards, which is good. I do like these pulse cards, they're cool. And due to the nature of the game being non-language independent, most of these cards you don't really gain much information from them. I do like these character tiles though. I like how it goes into a ghost on the opposite side, so you might have to do a bit of photoshopping to do that effect. Again, the cherry on the cake needs a little bit of work from you to set that up, and maybe, well, we'll see when we go down to that. It does look really, really good. Yeah, so there's going to be different roles then. This is the asynchronous to adjust the complexity of the game if you want it more deeper, if you've got a gamer group. And everybody does start off with an envelope. The envelope's got all the things they need to play with their character, and it gives them their own deck, and it tells them the role they're in, etc. If you're an investigator, that means you need to, when you check the pulse of somebody, if you're an investigator, you do need to declare if they're dead. If you're not an investigator, you cannot do that. You don't know if you can't possibly tell anybody. Or if you're a cultist, you can certainly lie about it. The first player token of a dagger is really fun, isn't it? Yes. And certain NPCs can come out and slow you down, basically, when they pop out. The power supply token, that's when the lights go off, the voting can happen, and You can only really vote, I think, if you find a dead body in the house, so it is limited, the vote. And all that good stuff. Now, first expansion, Mountains of Chaos. This looks really cool as you're going down into the dungeon, like this board. It does say double-sided, so hopefully in the updates we are going to see a little bit of what the other side of the boards are looking like. And this is the profession, which adds a bit more variability. Yeah, and this makes sure you've got these elevator tokens so you can go down. The Abyss, though, this is like the tsunami thing, so you've got like water everywhere, so you're going across these bridges and stuff. This one is really cool too. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, it doesn't say you're going to be getting any new decks of cards. It's basically just a box with a few bits in and a map, so these are fairly light expansions. This is your party in the game, and you just need a sticker photo on it. And they've got these amazing kits here to actually make a disc with the person on them. I think that's delicious. Really is cool. If there's one thing I'd like to see is, because they've got the all-in pledge, which is the $99, but why don't they just do a big box, and so you can put all the components in a bigger box? I don't know. This is normally seen in pledge managers if you don't see it on the Kickstarter, but we'll see, because I don't mind paying $10 for an extra box if it puts everything in it, especially when you can potentially get cheaper shipping if you get rid of the boxes of the expansions, right? Because if you're going all in, you're going to get the main box, 2 expansion boxes, and a mini box, and those boxes add weight, whereas if you've just got one large box that holds it all in, it should be cheaper for shipping. Anyhow, it is looking solid, and stretch goals, question mark, potentially they are going to be coming, so we'll see what they are. Yeah, you get a board, you get many different boards, double-sided, bit modular, very good. Big replayability, of course. Mechanics by adding in the different twists that you can program in, especially with professions. And I do hope they have a stretch goal for music or something, just to make it look more, add a bit more theme to when you do the event. But yeah, it's looking cool. I do like the art. I really hope that the rooms are all individual. A couple of playthroughs I've seen, I have seen rooms that are carbon copy of each other, so I really hope a stretch goal makes unique art across the rooms. It doesn't make sense to have 2 rooms the same in my eyes. I just want to see it all looking new, and hopefully that's what we'll get. I mean, the videos are all prototypes anyway, but I mean, look at this Treasures Island. That room, the big room here, looks fabulous with the lighting coming through. It does really look sweet. Alrighty, so that is the Kickstarter. They've got tons of videos to check, tons of languages supported. It is a well interesting Kickstarter, and check this out, maximum shipping at $53. That's not too bad, especially if you're getting all these 4 boxes. Like I said, if a big box comes out, will that shipping price go down because the weight will be down? I think that could be investigated, and I do think it is fairly interesting. But for me, $53 is kind of, well, $50 is kind of the maximum I'll pay for shipping to Mexico. I really hate going above that, so it's roundabout where I will sit at. Well, I'll definitely keep it on my watch list and see how it's stretching and stuff like that. And I might stick it on my $1 collection, because this year I am thinning out my backed projects, and I'll probably lay back one of them at Christmas time, as my collection is nearing completion and I can't back everything under the sun that I would like, so I am stretching it as much as I can. But potentially, if I will come back at the end, see if anything is new with any interesting stretch goals or updates, especially art-wise, and the other side of the boards, of course. That'll be fantastic. But it is looking amazing, isn't it? I really like the fact that you can actually put your players around the table into the game. I think that's going to be a cherry on the cake for this kind of event, and it's wonderful to see. I love what Gadot Games are doing here, and I think it's definitely worth backing. And for me, it's going to go down as a $1 pledge, and I will definitely keep this on my shortlist for 2023. What a Kickstarter to start the year on. Absolutely fantastic. Peeps, let me know in the comments what you think about the game and all that good stuff. Please like the video and think about subscribing to the channel if you like Kickstarter projects and all that good stuff. Well, anyway, this has been Kickstarter Radio 102.4. You take care, stay safe. I'm Lipstickpaddy, and bye-bye for now.